Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone. And he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
We got ourselves a Monday Night Raw tonight, which opened actually pretty friggin' fire. I gotta be honest, man. Monday Night Raw opened up, I thought, pretty nicely tonight. I thought the way Raw opened up was nice. I thought they did a good job. I thought Edge did a good job pumping everybody up. I was fairly pumped up at the beginning of the show tonight, to be honest. So I thought that was a good opening. I gotta give him... Whoa! I won't play the Bullfrog song again. I blew my voice out yesterday doing that, by the way. I was trying to recreate when I said the bullfrog won't survive a long time ago. Anyway, we're working on it. How you doing, Mr. Kincaid in the chat? Joe, Edge looked like he was on something. Yeah, he was on Life, bro. Edge was on Life. That's what he was on. Look at my little woo. What up, Luke Rojas? Luke Rojas, I will join you on Discord, Luke, if you want to be there. Hey, really quickly, Luke Rojas, do you know who just DM'd my producer? Or, well, I have a producer. You guys all know that we have a couple producers here on the show. But somebody reached out to a certain Star Trek guy, apparently. And apparently the guy responded to him. So shout out to Alex on the Twitter. Alex on Twitter doing a little production for me on Twitter. He basically is able to run the Twitter sphere of JCS since I have no Twitter account anymore. And I want to say thank you to Alex, man. He got I guess he got the Picard Season 3 showrunner to talk to him. And so he said nice things. So thank you for that, Alex. I appreciate that. Say hi to Terry for me. Very nice of you earlier today. I guess you got all excited, texting me like, "Hey, he's talking to me." So shout out to him, man. So Luke Rojas, I thought you'd appreciate that. And I said to him, he said to me that. I said, well, if Star Trek Season 3 of Picard is so good, why not, you should tell Red Letter Media. And then he told him that, and apparently it was kind of funny. Anyway, whatever, I won't say any more, but I thought that was kind of funny. Thanks to Alex, the producer Alex. Luke Rojas. Are you coming on Discord, Luke? I'll get you on the show in a minute if you are, man. Let me know in the chat. I see Dan Kennedy in there right now. So, Edge opens up the night with fire, I thought. I thought the opening of the show was really good. Him and Beth did a good job. That got me going, man. I thought the Judgment Day coming out and everything was going great, actually, until Damian Priest, said he was going to Money in the Bank. Or whatever it was. I don't remember. I think he said Money in the Bank by accident. And then he sort of, he tried to, make up for it, and he did a good job, I thought, except he just didn't sound, he actually felt flustered. You know what I mean? And I actually wish that Edge was, said more about that. I wanted Edge to be like, you guys were doing so good, but I take it back, man. Clearly, you're still afraid of me, still, clearly I'm in your head. Because you can't even speak when I'm out here, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I don't know, but it was interesting. But that sort of derailed the whole thing at that point for a few minutes. Now he got back on top. Damn, there's a fire MILF in the crowd. I'm assuming that's a MILF, but she looks good in the crowd. Let me tell you that. So we got that going on. We got Raw started well. The Dominic. I thought his lines were great. I loved the whole. I did time in prison. Dude, that's hilarious. That part, that is funny as fuck, that this guy's like, yo, you don't understand, when I was in the inside. Dude, that is the type of stuff That is funny, man. By the way, they're trying to say that if you buy Hogwarts Legacy, that you support transphobia. Did you know that, guys? That if you buy Hogwarts Legacy or whatever this game is of Harry Potter game that's coming out, that you're a transphobe. Did you guys know that? They're really saying this. Real people are saying this. Like, real people are retweeting it, liking it, saying it. Like, I mean, like, Star Trek people that are big Star Trek people are saying it. I didn't know that people hated Harry Potter so much, or that people hated the creator of Harry Potter so much. Did you guys know this? All because she said that athletes, that girl and women athletes, like, are being unfairly, you know, whatever, with when there's trans women involved. Like that's all she said. And they're like, oh, you're a transphobe. The fuck? Dude, bro, that's weird. So if you buy Harry Potter, the new video game, you're a transphobe. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I just found this out by reading Twitter. And then I thought it was a joke or like an overreaction by people. Dude, these people want to kill J.K. Rowling. Dude, what is going on? How has the left-wing people become the right-wing religious people? How did this happen? And by the way, the Grammy Awards the other night, oh my God, they had a devilish little performance. I guess you missed fucking Madonna in the 80s. You guys ever notice that everybody complains about the dumbest shit? I mean, I think the worst thing about the Grammys was that they did have a big Pfizer sponsorship. That is creepy. That's the creepy thing. Pfizer sponsoring the Grammys, but really not that surprising now, is it? Am I the only one that's not lost my mind on all the sides of everything? Am I the only person that isn't nuts? That just because some dude rubbed his cock on TV with a bunch of trans people and sexy women and tits and ass and boys and stuff on the stage in a cage, and they were like, ah. I'm not like freaking out that it means something. Like, no, bro. Listen, Madonna was like a slut devil in the 80s. Like, it's not any different. And here's the other thing. So it's like, dude, not you people, but the people out there have lost their minds. Everybody's lost their fucking minds, okay? And I know this is a show about wrestling and Monday Night Raw, and that's what we're here to do, but I haven't been live in a while. And I've got a lot of things that are on my chest right now. We're going to get to Raw. We are going to get to Raw. And you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, man, like, everyone's fucking nuts nowadays. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. I'll bang anybody. Cynthia Banks, I'll bang anybody. I mean, you know that. I mean, I won't because I'm married and I love my wife. But, I mean, if my wife was dead in a car fire tomorrow, dude, I don't care. If it can make me scream, I'll go for it. Anyway, everyone's lost their minds except for the people that are in the middle or are open-minded. If you're not open-minded, you apparently, even I get stuck with this. Sometimes I act like an idiot too, but I mean, good Lord, man. The shit that I've been seeing on Twitter, what the frig is going on, bro? You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, the beginning of Raw, like I said, was great. Love the opening. We're going to go to Discord in a minute. We got Dan Kennedy standing by. Potentially we got maybe Luke Rojas as well. I don't know. Things are going great, though. I love the opening. Then all of a sudden it turns into one of those, oh, this match was scheduled to happen, so now it's going to happen, Damian Priest match. And right there I started getting a little tired right away. I was like, oh, that's where they're going? I don't know. Anyway, guys, real quickly, I got to plug it because it has been a quiet week in the donation department, so I obviously worked more than normal. So I must shout it out because I don't really have ads on my channel. If you want to support the channel tonight, Monday Night Raw, you want to get up on here and get me hard and get me off and make me tickle my wife in her feet, then you can go ahead. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can go ahead and donate by using Super Chat. You know the deal on the Super Chat. Or using the link pinned to the top of the stream for Streamlabs. It's up there, and it is ready to go. Also, Monetize This episode 400 takes place on February 11th. That's this coming Saturday, February 11th. Are you ready for Monetize This 400? Is it the last Monetize This? Will it be the last one? I don't know. It's just mass shitting posting. You know, James Hill, that's the thing, James Hill. I would agree with you, but it's not because they really do this stuff. They really get games altered. They get games canceled. They get people's lives canceled. They actually do things that really happen. So I would agree with you if it was just mass idiot retarded stuff on Twitter, but it's actually real stuff that ends up happening, some of it. So that's the thing. It happens all the time. But, if it wasn't, then I would say you're right. It's just stupid people posting dumb stuff. But, man, some of these people are important, dude. Very weird. Hunter, I really haven't been paying a ton of attention to the Eliza Blue or whatever that is. I saw that my buddy Jeremy from the Cordon getting involved in that somehow with Tim Pool. I don't really know what's going on, so I can't comment. I've been working so much I don't even know. I keep seeing it, and I haven't gotten interested in it. I see it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't care, and then I scroll away. So I actually don't really know what's going on with that because I just haven't wanted to get involved in it that much. Chelsea Green tonight. Man, she looks great in the back. When she's in the back, like in those dresses, wow. But tonight she came out dressed like the court jester's hooker or something. I don't know what it was. And someone said, I don't know what Chelsea Green's gimmick is, but she looks good. What do you mean you don't know what her gimmick is? Isn't it to be a whore? That's what I thought it was. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But she's all right. Let's go take a look at the poll right now. There's already 230 votes up on the poll. And speaking of being on the poll like Chelsea Green, Raw was, this is not bad, guys. I got to admit, I'm surprised by this poll. I don't know why. I did not like, I guess I didn't like Raw as much as most people did. I don't know. Wow. This is a thumbs up show from you guys so far, which that's awesome. If you liked it that much, that's crazy. I don't think it was a thumbs up show, but damn. And Lita was there too. Do you think Beth was worried about Lita being there? She get an open mouth, but no, I just don't. I guess I don't get it. I wasn't as hyped for tonight. There were some good segments though. Like there were some good. That opening segment, which was what? About 15 minutes of the opening was great. And then after that, the boring Corbin, the next match, then we get Brock Lesnar out there, pretty good. Bobby Lashley he is just. How many times have I said that I enjoyed Bobby Lashley in some way or another? But then how many times have I also said that Bobby Lashley sucks? Let me tell you, man, this guy is full on decent or atrocious. He was good, pretty good in Impact Wrestling for a time. But man, Bobby Lashley's promo tonight. This guy lacks passion, and he just lacks the ability to deliver anything. At this point, it feels like he is just here to be beaten by Brock Lesnar. I don't want to hear him speak on the mic. I have zero interest. And even when the people get behind Bobby, it's hard to continue to get behind Bobby because he just is so friggin' boring. So unfortunately, there are times that I like Bobby and I want to cheer for Bobby. But man, does he make it hard. And then you put Brock in there and the charisma is just out the window. He looks good, dressed up. Looks like $1 million. Looks like a rock soldier. He's awesome. But then he just dies. He does need to be a heel. He just can't carry what he needs to carry on that microphone as a face. It just does not work. Bobby Lashley does not work almost ever. And at some point, he starts going a bit, and then he just falls off the wayside, man. He really does. And that's all I can say about it. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just too bad. He's good, but it's nothing special. And Lesnar stole the scene, stole the segment, and it wasn't hard for him to do it, to be honest. So, what are you going to do?
You all have decided to take
my
your
God.
hard-earned money
Oh, my
and
God.
to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe
Oh,
in,
my God.
to fund my godly ass. JCS Army,
To be honest.
donate to me.
The first donation of the night goes to the man, Mickey
Acknowledge me.
K9. Mickey K9, what up, man? Thank you very much, man. And I see there was another dono. I don't know if it's gonna play or not, but I see it was a super chat. Mickey K9, thank you, bro. He's back, and he's back as a member in the chat as well. Mickey, thank you, bro. Mickey K9 dropping the $25. That is the top dono of the stream. Is the first donation of the stream. I don't know, man. Can anybody beat that? I don't know. It's been a quiet February. The bank accounts are empty out there. But Mickey K9, thank you, bro. Much appreciated. $25 top dog dono. Much appreciated. Let me see if there's any other ones. Mickey, appreciate that, bro. Thought Lesnar was good, says G in the chat. I mean, yeah, Lesnar was good. Lesnar was good, but he was just felt like he was. I just did not feel that interested because of Bobby Lashley, which is so weird. Because I thought that weren't there people out there that thought Lesnar and Lashley were going to be this great clash and it was going to be all this stuff, and Bobby went out there tonight and just sort of boringly attempted to deliver lines, and that was it. And then there was a tag match, and Corey was excited about his wife being back, and the show just took a nosedive. The Miz talking about Adam Pearce when he was clearly behind him. It was cringy to me. Seen it too many times, man. So at this point, Raw, we're almost 2 hours into Raw, and I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, Bianca Belair comes out, just be like, I got the belt. I didn't care about any of this. I was feeling sleepy. So at this point, there was the first 15 minutes of Raw that was really the only good thing. The Lesnar-Lashley stuff I was intrigued for, but it ended up falling flat because of Lashley mostly. And it just was whatever. I don't know. It's just a reason to get Brock Lesnar on WrestleMania. That's all it feels like, and that's all it is, really. But, I mean, but that's what it feels like. Can't get past that. And then there was a pretty good segment. I really did think it was pretty good. It was a little cheap a bit. I thought they could have even done more with it. I thought instead of Heyman saying that Roman was his favorite, the son that he never had, I didn't really like that. Because that's not what, that did not get said, right? Nobody thinks that got said. And obviously it's too obvious, and maybe that's the whole point. But, I thought Paul Heyman could have said something like, if he was going to say something goofy like that, I thought he could have said something like, your father didn't train you, and you thought it was because, I'm going to let him stand on his own and I'm going to walk out. No, your father didn't train you because he always saw you as not good enough, as the runt. That sort of thing. Like, your father thought you were a great kid. But he said to me, Paul, he's a great kid, but he ain't a wrestler. That sort of thing. I don't know. Why not do something like that where it was like, or like he something, anything else, but it was like he thought Roman would have been his son or something. I mean, I just thought that it took me out of it. I just didn't believe it at all. And I don't think Cody did either, because you saw Cody tearing up when Paul Heyman said true things. Cody Rhodes was tearing up. But once Paul Heyman said something that was kind of ridiculous, he just kind of he got angry, but it didn't seem real at that point. So and I'm really nitpicking this segment. But I thought he should have hit a little closer to home. In fact, if I was Paul Heyman, I would say, Cody, can I use real life stuff out there and not tell you everything I'm going to say? And then, because I think that would generate a better response from you. And then if Cody said okay, then I'd be like, okay, cool. And the other thing I would have done if I was Paul Heyman is I would have gotten Cody to talk about things and to know things from behind the scenes, try to use it out there. Anyway, that's a whole weird thing for some other time, but it was still really good. It was just I'm sort of nitpicking the scene a bit, the segment, but I really like the segment. It's a really good segment with Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman that was very good. I'm trying to turn a maybe 8 out of 10 segment or 5 out of 10 segment into like a 9. But I mean, maybe I don't know if I really could do that. In fact, maybe my segment would have been worse. Maybe I would have done a terrible job with this segment. But this was, I thought, pretty good, and I liked it. And this was, again, the opening was great, and then this was the next talking segment that was really pretty good with Paul Heyman and Cody. And then Montez Ford came out and put himself in the Elimination Chamber for the United States title. I thought that was pretty good. Austin Theory arriving in the car with the belt. A little bit goofy, but it's not bad for a lower mid-card belt or a middle mid-card, thing. I wish the United States title was the Intercontinental title, because I feel like that's what should be represented this way, but it was all right enough. And, and then we actually pretty much, now there's some little things here or there that I'm skipping, but then we basically get to the end, and the women's cage match was all right. I was not impressed. I was actually bored. I saw a lot of people did like it, though, and so if you did like it, then that's awesome. I found myself unable to really focus on it, but that was me.
Shit bum.
Roman Reigns is the most unskilled champion of all time. The man can't wrestle. Think about it. All his opponents do all the good moves. Glad Cody's winning.
Hot Topics, thank you for donating and becoming a $5 shit bum. Hot Topics, what's going on, man? And thanks to Larry L., not Larry Funk, a different Larry, for subscribing to the channel, man. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, man. 72,000 subscribers and counting. I appreciate that, bro. But I wish you guys could hit the like button, because we don't even have 100 likes. I mean, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? 835 in here so far tonight, and we got under 100 likes. That's sad. Hot Topics, thank you for the $5. I think Roman has been a really good heel champ. I don't think he's the best ever, and I don't think he's the worst. I think he's better than Diesel. Maybe. You know what I mean? He's better than Diesel, I think. And are you glamming me, bro? Thank you, Hot Topics, for the $5. And thank you to Mickey K9 for the $25.
Shit bum.
How do I join the Discord? Also, wrestling in 2023 besides like 2 to 3 things sucks donkey dick.
Pretty much agree. See, I've lost my voice from last night when I did the Bullfrog song. See, I had to hit some notes, you know. So I was working on a donation song called The Bullfrog Won't Survive, and it was about how Bullfrog is going to eat so much food that someday he's going to die of whatever. I'm probably going to die of it too. But so in the end, the Bullfrog won't survive. But while I was just kind of freestyling it, I was just trying to figure out if I could sing that way or that high to do it for the donation song, and then I blew my voice out last night. And so even though there I was able to, I mean, I'm not very good at singing, but I mean, at least I could sort of do it. And then afterwards, I couldn't do it anymore. So once I had the words written, then I couldn't even do it anymore. So I had to give up on it last night. So that's why I keep losing my voice here tonight from this. I mean, that's even ridiculous. But I mean, it was, you should hear the fifth take. It's like, and like my voice explodes and dies. It's very funny. And I might, if I find it, I'll put it up because it's funny. Just like clip the part where my voice blows up. It's very funny. So yeah, then LITA returns. That's the next thing that happens that's of noteworthy, you know. LITA comes out. A little cringy, I find LITA a bit. I love LITA, though. I mean, I love her as LITA and stuff. I just find it, like, a lot cringy. You know, it's very cringy. You know why? Here's the thing. I'm being so mean. This is so terrible. I like LITA. I'm excited for LITA. She's a legend. I love LITA. I loved her back in the day. I like her now. But, man, I'll tell you what. That Boy Hits Car song was a bit cringy back then. And it's really weird now. I don't know why. I didn't really like it back then, but now it sounds really weird. But just her whole thing is weird, you know? To me. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have sort of I'm trying to figure out if I like it or like I want to rage on it. I don't know which one. So I'll just say like that I have enjoyed LITA. But I got nervous. All I could think when she came out was I wasn't, like, excited. I was just worried about her trying to climb the cage and falling and doing things. And I was like, oh. That's all I could think about was please don't slip or, I don't know. I don't even know what they were doing tonight with that. I'm not 100%. But, yeah. It is what it is, man. Yes, rest in peace, Chester Bennington and Linkin Park. I love so much. There's so much music that I love. It's almost unbelievable. I mean, there's just too many bands and songs and things that I love. But Linkin Park was certainly a band that a lot of people loved, and I liked Linkin Park. It's from day one. I liked them. They were kind of the new metal-ish version of bands like Nine Inch Nails and Stabbing Westward and Filter and Gravity Kills and, you know, bands like that. It was almost like, you know, Korn and Limp Bizkit and, you know, Gravity Kills, Stabbing Westward, and Industrial kind of had a baby, and that was sort of Linkin Park. So, yeah, I did like them. You know, I was never like the biggest Linkin Park fan, but their songs were always like, damn, that's fucking good. You know what was an underrated song I think that got me fired up back in the day was that Disturbed Stupefy song. That fucking song was a banger. Dude, that song had some intensity, bro. When they put the kid up in the air and the cross, like, and that song was really kicking in, that was some fucking freaky shit. You know what I mean? Some crazy stuff. Now they would say it was like some kind of satanic whatever MTV. You know what I mean? But MTV doesn't even play music anymore. MTV is now, you know, My First Period and all that stuff. So
do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Pasharo donating $1.
Carmella in a thong is going to be so distracting. I don't think that is going to last very long. The Cody and Paul Heyman promo was good, but it makes Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn even more predictable. This segment should have waited after the Chamber.
I actually wonder. See, you could do a whole bunch of different things with Sami Zayn and Roman, right? So you could do a whole bunch of things. So you could do Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat the Usos, and then you could do Roman Reigns is, you know, the bloodline is helping Roman Reigns cheat to win in the main event on night 2, and Sami Zayn comes down to help Cody Rhodes. And the crowd will go nuts, bro. Can you I'm dead serious. Can you imagine the referee goes down in the main event and the bloodline is beating up Cody Rhodes and all this other stuff? And then Sami Zayn's music hits and he comes down to the ring? That's what's going to happen. At least that's what I think is going to happen, because there's no other way to get around it other than that. Do you know what I mean? And then Sami Zayn is probably going to feud with Roman Reigns going forward after WrestleMania. That's what I think is going to happen, because there's no room to have like Sami Zayn step in or Cody not win, whatever. So you go with the safe Cody Rhodes win, the memorable pop of Sami Zayn, and then you go with, I don't know if Cody Rhodes will be too happy with winning kind of in a tainted way, but I mean, at the same time, if he's attacked by the bloodline, Sami Zayn doesn't interfere in the match, so nobody interferes with the victory. It's just that Sami Zayn shows up to, set the odds, take out the bloodline, so now it's Cody and Roman one-on-one, and then Cody wins. That's gotta be what happens. What else can they do besides that? Sami Zayn wrestles for one belt, Cody wrestles for another belt, but then what about Owens and the Usos and whatever else? So Sith NEGAN told me an idea recently that I was like, well, that's probably is what they're going to do. It looks like they're going to make it seem like Jey Uso is on Sami's side, but at the Elimination Chamber, he'll actually turn on Sami Zayn and stay with the bloodline, I guess. I guess. But I'm going to head over to Discord now. If you guys like what I do on this channel, and you guys want to keep the channel alive, the best thing you can do besides becoming a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, and you can get all my podcasts, including the Corrupted podcast and everything else we've ever done right here. Then you can donate live to the show, man. Tonight, ask a question, give me a comment, let me know what you're thinking. The donation link and the amounts are in the description box down below, and the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Or you can super chat if that's what you want to do and you want to give Google 30%. Feel free to super chat as well, or become a member. All those things will help the channel. You know how it goes. And I'd love to suck you off, to be honest. And now, look at this. We got Dan Kennedy in the Discord, but we also got Pisharo's in the Discord, too. Pisharo, you molest anybody recently?
No.
No? Why not?
Why would I molest people?
Why would what?
I'm not a psychopath.
You're not a psychopath? Okay.
Well, your profile pic says otherwise.
Yeah, your profile pic kind of makes it look like you are a psychopath.
It's like a child that was thrown in the microwave. Like what is going on?
Yeah, what is that?
It's Hannibal from that. You know that character from Hannibal?
You're a sick person. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's exactly what we're saying.
I'm a fan of the character.
It's just a victim from Hannibal.
Yeah, the guy who got burned.
Yeah.
So you're proving our point. You're a fucking sicko.
You're a sick person, bro.
It's a character from a movie. It's not a real character that got burned.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well,
and then they're shooting up schools and they're murdering people.
I have to play the donations in a minute, but before I get back to the donations, Pisharo, well, actually, let me ask you this. Luke Rojas. Luke, what was the best thing tonight on Raw?
For me, I didn't really see too much of it, but I loved that Cody and Paul Heyman segment, especially the end of it. Oh, you know what?
All right.
I can't even finish a fucking sentence.
We're going to have to mute Pisharo because he's molesting his microphone right now.
I really liked when Cody was like, I just want to win a wrestling championship, and everybody wants to make it personal. so I'll beat Roman Reigns personally. And that just like, I don't know, some simple words like that, simple sentences like that work better than like overly long and overly complicated exposition.
But I will say that segment was the best promo we've gotten in what, 2 years now?
Really?
Nah.
I mean, I can't think of. I mean, Cody and Paul. I mean, there hasn't really been a lot of good promos lately.
I wouldn't say maybe it's the best promo in a while, but definitely not 2 years. People do that all the time where it's like, wow, that promo was amazing. Obviously one of the best promos of the past 35 years. It's like, how?
I'm just trying to think. They're not. That's how bad there haven't been that many promos that have been decent.
Well, if you go back to 2021, you had a lot of great promos. I liked the storyline with Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns. That had a lot of good promo work. Actually, pretty much everything with Roman Reigns involved with him is really good promo work. You know, I don't know. Maybe there's some grain of truth in that statement, but I don't completely agree.
Okay, but my point remained the same. It was a good promo.
Yes, very great promo.
I was kind of surprised about seeing Leah at the end.
Leah? My wife was there?
No, Lita.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry. Your speech and you know your problems.
Yeah. It's no secret that I have a speech impediment. You just made the list.
I just want to call out everybody's stupid WrestleMania theories because I've been
like the one that I just
lot.
had a minute ago. Like,
no, your theory makes the most sense.
Oh, okay.
It's these people who like think, and I've seen this a lot. Like I've seen so many people go, I am legitimately convinced this is happening, and their idea is that night 1 Roman will defend against either Sammy or Cody, and then night 2 he'll defend the other championship, and he'll lose both nights. Like, do people not understand that just like completely diminishes the threat of Roman going into night 2, and it also makes both title wins, like whoever wins the titles from him, it makes it less special.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And you have to pick one, and that's why, unfortunately, I understand. It's weird because we didn't have this problem before. The problem before was we didn't have one babyface that could take on Roman. And now we've been pushing Cody Rhodes for a year or longer now, and we've all known that Cody Rhodes is the guy because there was nobody else. Remember we said this, Joe, who's the guy that can beat Roman? Well, right now, they're hoping someone emerges, and nobody will emerge, so it's going to be Cody Rhodes. But now, all of a sudden, Sami Zayn has come out of, well, not out of nowhere, but has progressively built to this level. And so what do you do now? You can't tell Cody Rhodes now, oh, sorry, that whole thing about your dad's dream and the title and what's been going on in your recovery to get back and win the Rumble. We're going to put that on hold now because Sami Zayn's caught fire. Well, because both guys are popular. So in the end, I think you're going to have to go the conservative route, which is what I said, which is that Cody Rhodes will need help in the main event when the bloodline interferes. And when Sami comes out, on night 2, if it's night 2, Sami comes out in the main event on night 2. Can you imagine the way that crowd is going to explode when Sami Zayn comes out and the bloodline's beating up Cody and the referee's down or some shit like that? Dude, it's a win-win for the booking department because if they substitute Sami for Cody, it fucks up a whole bunch of stuff. It may please a portion of the audience, but it kind of, in the end, fucks everything up in a way. So
it fucks everything up in terms of long-term booking. Like, Sami is a great... Like, hell, you can look back on a few months ago on the Survivor Series review. Even I was like, it is a little disappointing that the only thing Sami's going to get out of this is a tag match at WrestleMania. But now we're in that position where I feel like that tag match can main event night 1. Like, and that would be a huge accomplishment for Sami Zayn again, because technically... to WWE, that's a WrestleMania main event.
Mm-hmm.
So are we talking like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos, or one of the Usos and Solo Sikoa or some shit like that?
No,
well, it's probably going to be both Usos because Jay is definitely going to screw over Sami at the Elimination Chamber. So, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they put that tag match in the main event of night 1, and then night 2 they do Cody versus Roman, because that it's a big enough storyline where you can get away with putting a tag team championship on at last at night 1, and it will you'll be still giving Sammy his main event. You'll be giving him his big moment. And you know, not everything has to be, oh, we need to put the title on him right now. Because I get it. It makes sense for right now, but you're going to be thinking back on it, like if they do it, you're going to be thinking back on it like, wow, they shouldn't have done that. They really blew their load way too early on that one.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Go ahead, Rastafi. You've been waiting a while. I'm sure you're just itching to say some things. We're not going to break down the show from the beginning to end. I already did that, but I mean, just give me your overall best thoughts, worst thoughts, what we got going on here.
All right, so based upon what we got tonight, by the way, I'm in Miami right now for about 2 weeks, so yeah, I'm doing my thing over here down south.
Don't get robbed.
Oh, dude, nobody's gonna mess with me.
Okay.
No, I'm just handsome. Basically, I look at this from a couple different ways. So the promo that we got from Paul and Cody. Now, we're gonna get a lot of promos from Paul and Cody going forward. You know that, right? Because Roman, when he does say something, it will mean more. Because again, it's between Cody and Roman, even though Paul, even through history.
Are you sure wait a minute. Are you sure it's just not because Cody's on Raw and Roman's on SmackDown?
No. That's part of the reason.
Okay. That's all I. All right.
Because remember, there could be a time where Roman may not be on SmackDown and it's just Paul, maybe, and the Bloodline, maybe.
Right.
So, because again, they want it. The more that you separate Roman and Cody physically from each other, not even being in the same room, the better the weeks leading into WrestleMania. So again, towards like March time, that's when we start seeing more of them being on the same show.
Yeah.
But going back at what you guys were talking about, because we've been talking about this for weeks, about what is the wild card in Sami Zayn gonna be after Elimination Chamber. Now, we all can agree that Sami Zayn is not walking out with the straps, right?
I don't think that Owens and Zayn. I think they will win because.
No. I'm saying between Roman and Sami.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
at WrestleMania.
Wait,
a Chamber. No.
Been a match announced?
Yeah, I don't think.
So,
wait,
no,
what's the match for?
Announced.
What's the match for?
All right, so Roman.
It's for the undisputed title.
Yeah. Oh, so it is only for one belt. Yeah, no, I don't think.
It's for both.
Both. He's not going to. Sami Zayn is not going to.
Yeah, that's why he said straps. That's why he said straps.
No.
So
he's not going to win.
I think people have gotten this idea that they're going to just like, okay, well, Roman will only defend one belt here and one belt there. Since like the dawn of undisputed championships in wrestling, they have never once done that. Like Jericho,
with the exception of Jericho going forward in 2002, yes, before they split them.
Did Jericho really? Did he defend his title?
He defended both belts. Then when Triple H got both belts, he turned into the actual undisputed championship. And then by the time it was August, Brock had the WWE title, and then eventually Eric Bischoff awarded Triple H as the world heavyweight champion for Raw.
Yeah, so basically, yeah. Ever like Randy Orton, when he was technically an undisputed champion or WWE World Heavyweight Champion, whatever the hell they were calling it back then, they had them have two belts, but they would only call it one championship. And never once was there any option for, oh, well, I'll defend the world title here, and then I'll defend the WWE title there. They're undisputed titles. And eventually they're gonna replace those championships probably soon after WrestleMania's over.
Right. So basically, this was around 2014, and Brock had defeated Undertaker at Mania, where everybody got shocked, and obviously he was the undisputed #1 contender at SummerSlam for that, indirectly, because again, it's not just because it's Brock Lesnar, but because you beat the Undertaker, beat Cena, and got both straps, but then finally got the one strap, which they made into the official WWE Championship. Then they went to the Universal Championship, I believe, in 2016 with Finn Balor winning it. Then he got injured, dropped the belt, and that's why we're in the current status that we're in today. Now, I understand why the rumor going around is like, oh, there may be 2 different championship matches at Mania, mainly because we thought, we could be getting Rock, which we're not getting now, and another guy, or we were going to get both titles because you're seeing that recently the Usos defended the Raw tag titles before Rumble. So everybody was like, oh God, there's going to be 2 different title matches at 2 nights of WrestleMania. That's not going to happen because you still have an entire card of superstars up to not only fill in, but then also you have special attractions coming in. You also have special segments that are going to be added. And as much as you would want to see, some people want to see 2 titles being defending, at both Manias. At the end of the day, Roman is what they call the undisputed Universal Champion. The fact that he would lose both belts, it already creates 3 rematches. It already creates 2 to 3 rematches after the fact.
Rostafa, and you have to say WWE undisputed Universal Champion, TM copyright.
Who cares? Who cares? Because Joe, you know for a fact, that even, and again, I understand the significance of Sami Zayn's rise, no different from Kofi, no different from Daniel Bryan. But the thing is, he even said in an interview, it's funny, right before Rumble, he said in an interview that he knew no matter how hard he worked, he knew that the office wasn't going to look at him as the guy. Same thing with Daniel Bryan, same thing with Kofi Kingston. They never saw him as the guy, but then organically the fans wanted Sami. Is it impossible for Sami to become the guy? No. Is it possible for him at Mania to become the guy? Yes. Cody was always meant to be in the spot. Even if he didn't get injured, Cody was going to be the guy. They were going to build him up, and again, am I mad about that? No, because again, Cody. Let me ask you this question, Joe. Let me ask you this: if Cody doesn't beat Roman, who will?
Nobody. But maybe Sami now because this is but I still think Cody's gonna win, so it doesn't matter. Like it would.
Right. Same. So now you have a tag match because again, Sami has that quote unquote relationship or that angle with Jey Uso. Right? Because Jay's not been seen since Rumble. Apparently, he may be coming on SmackDown based upon the storyline and defend the titles. They may milk this until Elimination Chamber, where we're all discussing that we can predict it that Jay's going to turn on Sami, realign with the bloodline, that whole thing. And then, of course, Kevin Owens comes back because, again, he's also Canadian. I believe he's also from Montreal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Comes out to Sami's aid, and then they start an alliance, and then that will be the race towards the tag title straps, which I would not mind if all the bloodline lost their titles at Mania because it's no different from New Japan where the Elite lost all their titles because they were starting AEW or something like that. You know what I mean? Where all of them lose their titles to try to get them back and yet they somehow fizzle out. But how would you properly end the bloodline, which is probably one of the strongest storylines for the past 2.5 years?
You put them in a limo. You put them in a limo and it blows up.
Well, they tried that with Vince and it didn't work.
Yeah, because Benoit screwed up everything.
Yeah.
I mean, what else has that guy not screwed up? I mean, he screwed up on the fucking killing his family part, He
took Kevin Sullivan's wife.
Exactly. I mean,
he screwed up the name of a Bowflex.
Yeah. He kicked the Miz out of the locker room. He kicked the Miz out of the locker room for eating chicken.
Suicidal Corbin. Lita was always best with Esirios. I want a Damien feast on Rhea's box.
Oh.
Dom should be left on a church doorstep. Another cage match without blood, not even minstrel.
Wow.
Can the Usos get into Canada with
that driving record? Kevin Patrick, he sucks on commentary.
That's what I wanted to talk about, Joe, because we were just
new subscriber.
Talk about?
You fucking mark!
Wow.
Yo, Donald, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Donald Denice3838 from Twitch. Thank you. That's a big name.
Rostafa confirmed for gay.
Yeah. Well, listen, quite honestly,
You're an idiot.
First of all, it's no big deal if he is. But second of all, he's going to
It's a good
wrestling.
thing.
He's going to wrestling song sing along plays. So it's just obvious here.
Listen, I just want to make sure.
Show to
This is
I just want to make sure.
last match. What?
I just want to make sure everybody knows in the chat that is not Jay Lethal. That is Mustafa. And he is a very funny person. And he has. Stop making fun of him in the chat. I saw way too many mean comments about him. He's a great looking man.
Yes. And also.
By the way, my boy will bury all of you.
Even though he likes wrestling musicals.
Well, I'll just say one thing. No straight man wears a shirt like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and Kevin Patrick.
Hey. I get more ladies talk about this than probably what y'all look like in the face. God only knows you probably look like Garguts with that mustache. No, I'm playing. I love you, Garguts.
Motherfucker.
I would be offended. I would actually. I would love to be offended, but I don't know what you just said. I don't know what you just said, but I'm not, so I can't be offended. But you look good. I'm just kidding or stuff. That's why I'm saying you're gay. You look that good. That's how gay guys dress. Like, they look really good.
Well, that is true. Don't get offended, Mustafa. You know it's true. Gay guys are rich and they're good and they're well dressed, and most of the time they're in good shape.
Two guys that wear really nice, Hawaiian shirts.
Really nice cocks too. I love their cocks.
Yeah, like if my wife died tomorrow, like if Leah died tomorrow, all right, in like a fire or like a campfire accident, you would be the first person I would think about, like going, the other way for, Man, I'd rub your head, those cornrow looking thing. Anyway,
at least okay. First and foremost, at least you knew what type of dude this was, because people just say, "Oh, braids." I'm like, dude, get it straight.
Braids,
cornrows, bro.
Yeah, man.
Cornrows, bro.
Well, we're from the '90s, I mean, we know what the fuck is going on.
We know what we're talking about.
Of course, it has to do with some sort of cornfield. I get it. Like, oh yeah, cotton and blah blah blah.
Yeah, wait, it's not,
what are you talking about, bro?
It's not a cotton.
You should get a haircut called the fucking Plantation Master's favorite.
Oh my god, dude, what is happening?
I'm pretty sure
he fucking defended you, and now he's fucking burying you.
Yo, some people
for a bit.
No, Mustafa knows I love him. Even though, dude, last week Mustafa posts in the comments like, "This is when I entered the Discord."
He posts that every week. He posts that every week. Every week he writes that.
Let me tell you why I do that, because if I know there's a reference point that was said or a reference point that I wanted to see, I can easily just go back there and be like, "Oh, okay, boom," or like if there's like a show, for example, Monetized 400's coming up.
No, I like
There's a lot of that I want to try to include.
I like it because if I'm looking for something that I ranted about earlier, I know it's before people came on, and I can use Mustafa's entering. Hey, some people have the hair club for men, and Mustafa has the hair club for. But no,
Mustafa, you don't know how many
happy,
times
right?
I've wanted
I'm
to
happy,
happy gay.
Yeah, you're very happy. You don't know how many times I've wanted to post my timestamps in the comment section, just like, this is when I fucking kill again. This is when I'm hilarious. Like how many times has my ego been wanting to be like, this is when I make a great joke.
I'm not that.
I just want to say one thing, and I'll get off. Mustafa, I appreciate your wrestling knowledge. I don't trust your love of Broadway too much, but remember WrestleMania 2000? Remember that one? Remember main event?
Yes, I do.
Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way.
Okay, most people thought Rock or anybody with Triple H was going to win. Triple H retained. Then he lost at the next pay-per-view. Same thing with 24.
One of my favorite pay-per-views, by the way.
Triple H, Orton, and Cena. Orton retained. Nobody thought he was going to win. He dropped it the next month to Triple H. Roman can retain this. Cody can be the champ. He doesn't have to win it at Mania, though. It's about becoming the champion. It's about becoming the champion.
This is true. But Joe, you'll remember this. Remember when Roman and Brock faced the second time at Mania? And this was, I think, WrestleMania 34. And I think it was Dallas. No. It was New Orleans, because they went back. And this is when Daniel Bryan came back. I remember the moment that show ended and you started the stream, you wanted to literally kill everybody in sight. You wanted to knock your entire house to the ground, because you just could not understand, like we couldn't understand. Again, we didn't necessarily want this main event, but we knew that Roman was going to kick out of like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 F5s, whatever the heck it was. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not wrestling. This is like literally everything as far as wrestling psychology was thrown out the door.
You can kick out
I
a
hate
5.
that match. I
It was
fucking hate that match.
It was so fake. So let me ask you this. So we already know that it's going to be a slower paced match because Cody doesn't like to work at a fast pace. He slows it down. And again, I'm not trying to say this is going to be the greatest match in the world, and it probably won't be. But I will say it could possibly be one of the best matches Roman will ever have from a psychology standpoint. Because Cody...
I don't know. Roman's had a lot of bangers. A lot of fucking bangers. So it'll be hard to top. Like
in 2 months, Cody could be pushed down our throats to where he's getting,
Oh, no, he will. No, he
of.
will.
And
Cody's
Sammy can be thrown in. Sammy can be thrown in a triple threat just like Daniel Bryan was very easily, so he can get screwed at the chamber. Something, it can happen.
Can you tell me? I know this is random. I'm interrupting this conversation, but can someone tell me why Madonna looks like a Chinese blow-up sex doll?
What?
Bro, she looks like a fucking catcher's mitt. What are you talking
She's
about?
retaining cum in the face.
Like,
I'm not convinced.
What is
Is that a Muppet baby?
I'm not convinced.
I mean, I
Did you
don't
see
know
Joe
what's.
Biden? She looks like Reynolds rap last night.
I'm not sure what's going on here. I know she's older,
And
but
Lizzo looked like a pile of fucking strawberry
Kevin
shit.
Hart roasted the shit out of her.
did he? He really did?
Yeah, in a
I think she
nicer
owns
way,
a
but he was
farm in New
basically.
Jersey or something.
Hey, man.
He was
Hey,
basically-
let me ask you guys something. Anybody see Madonna out here earlier? Hey, man, somebody need to get me a list of everything she done so I don't do it. What the fuck is wrong with that bitch, man? You white people are crazy. You'd rather look like Frankenstein than to age naturally. Fucking Madonna.
You are the whitest Cat Williams impersonator I've ever heard in my life.
Cat
That
Williams?
is Cat Williams.
Is that Cat Williams? I don't even know what what he sounds like. What Kevin Hart sounds like.
Madonna,
I don't know how to do a Kevin
I don't know
Hart.
Kevin
this
Hart sounds like.
particular motherfucker right here.
Madonna looked like all the bad things white people ever did turned into her face.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
I apologize.
Dude,
If you
put
want
it-
to do a Kevin Hart impression, if you want to do
No,
a Kevin
man.
Hart
Oh,
impression, you just have to pretend that you're talking to The Rock or something.
All the
So it's like,
sadness. They,
I'm the little guy, you the big guy.
they should just do a player haters ball on Madonna. Madonna face looked like all the dead white babies in the world cried in her face. Like I
Dead
don't know.
white
Kevin Hart is what happened if Gary Coleman had lived.
Madonna's why a woman will never be president.
Why does she look like a fucking Super Saiyan 3 missing her goddamn eyebrows?
What's
Nobody
going
gets
on
that
with
besides
fucking-
me.
I
she
There's a couple of homos in the chat.
got that, Laura.
Yo,
She's got a
okay,
fucking-
You got it.
Now I know all these people in the chat are fake. Now they're putting me over. They're like, Cat Williams,
Well, let me tell you something. Madonna looks
You
like
now realize they're fake?
Yeah, they're so fake.
Madonna looks like the face a child molester makes when they're done.
Madonna's
Underwear with dick holes in them.
Madonna's got a fucking Hot Wheels loop in her hair.
Oh my God. Now I'm thinking of the Hot Wheels Micro Machine guy, the guy that used to talk like really fast just to get the product out. Oh my God.
Madonna kills pigeons with a Cutco knife set.
Let's just be
Like
honest.
she's giving
Madonna's
Cindy
ugly as
Lauper a
shit.
run for her money.
She's ugly as shit now. Like, it
Aw.
does not look like her. No, I'm not going to pretend that's not ugly. Like, that's just an ugly looking person. And it's
That's a lot of
too,
Botox.
because you see a picture of her from like not even 5-6 years ago. She looked completely different. I just watched it was a really fascinating game show. She was on it along with Ricky Gervais and Larry David. It was like the marriage game or something. It was so weird, but it was only from like less than 10 years ago, not even. And she looked beautiful. She looked like Madonna. Now she looks like an alien. This is fucking sad. This is
No.
Getting
Little
old.
Kim looks like an alien.
Listen,
Little Kim looks like an alien.
Now
whoa.
she's in her final form. I mean, this is just disgusting, but her powers are unmatched.
But it's like a Dragon Ball Z.
It's almost like it's over
antagonist.
9,000.
You'd still bang, though. Came up to you
Fucking
with that
Frieza over
unvirgin
here.
pussy.
Yeah, I'm still
like-
weirdly turned on by her though. It's just she looks weird. You know, like I'd rather
Oh my!
like I feel like she'd look fine if she just ate.
You're
If
such
she
a
was just
liar.
old.
You do not. How are you turned on by that?
No, I'm not.
Joe,
All
I
right,
gotta say this.
I'm not turned on by
Joe,
that.
I
But
gotta
if
say this in
Madonna
the
was,
chat.
yes.
Dang it.
Yo, Among Us fan in the chat goes, she looks like Princess Leah from Walmart.
That's Princess Leia. He said.
I said
Leia.
Leia.
Oh,
I said
Leia.
Leia.
You said, but he spelled it
You
Leah.
did say Leah. You said Leah, but
I
it's
said
okay
Leia.
because I do it.
Well, he spelled it wrong.
We're gonna play it back, and you're gonna hear
Oh
yourself
my
say
God, we
Leah.
stop at the playback. Anyways, so as far as Mania goes, Joe, with Cody. So all right, so he wins. How are you going to book him after Roman gets his rematches?
You know, I don't have time to go into that tonight, but I'm
just saying. I'm just saying because the thing is,
I put him in. I put him in a bunch of matches. I have
Roman
him
to deal with. I mean, you put him with Brock.
He's gonna do what other faces have done. He's gonna go on this tour of defending the title in matches and cage matches and dog collar matches.
He's gonna Hulk up.
Sort of, yeah, sort of like that. Really.
What they should not do is have the next person he face be Seth, because that would just be like we've seen it already.
That
we want something.
I mean,
that's gonna happen probably.
You raised a piece of shit.
Is it true Chester was going to be replaced by a guy from Seven Dust and Bandre named Lincoln Dark?
Oh
Street
my
Profits
God.
versus Shelton and Cedric the Street Projects.
Lincoln
Sami
Dark?
can easily be round in Mania Triple Threat. Happened before. By Joe's John Cena
Oh my
card.
God.
Makes great.
Didn't Chester die like 6 years ago?
No, about I guess that was 4 years ago, but maybe it is 6 years ago now.
2017, right?
Right after Cornell.
So you want to replace Chester with the guy from Lincoln Park?
No, I don't. I just made a joke.
I mean, yeah, they got the Seven Dust kind of got the.
Yeah, fuck it. Listen to Creed.
Well, no, they're heavier than. I think they're a bit heavier than Creed, right? They're like.
No, I mean I'm serious. I know people don't like Creed, but I actually do enjoy it.
I still enjoy Creed.
Some of Creed, some of the edgier Creed I liked.
No, I love like songs like Higher. I just think it's a nice song. It's a nice melody.
Is a really good.
Can you take me higher?
Or
they started fucking getting high in the backstage.
Or meth in my
It's just a
hotel room.
It's
you
a
remember,
really
you remember
mellow
the
song.
tribute for the troops? Tribute for the troops. They go one, what we all need is one.
No.
Didn't he really was a bit like Dave Matthews and Eddie Vedder if they were angrier. You know what I mean?
Touch of Scott Weiland.
But
I think what people don't like about Creed is that the guy was like a pretentious, like, oh, I wrote this all in my dreams, and it's just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, people said that.
I wrote this based on my life.
Yeah, because people thought he was like a Christian writer. I was like, he was far from it.
Well, now he's a druggie. Now he's a druggie in a hotel room.
Hey,
so.
Bullfrog is a moron.
AJ Adams.
Scissor me, Joe!
Joe, you trying to replace with some random house Negro and Rastafa is a
Oh.
blunky that means black honky.
Oh my God. What did
Oh
he?
my.
Yo, AJ Adams, come down to Miami. I'll start your
Joe,
head
did
for
you
you. Come on now, bro.
Jim Duggan.
AJ Adams is
Scissor?
black. He's a black man calling you that.
Yeah, I know. And my dude, AJ Adams, come up on the call. I'll smack your head right for you, man. I'll smack you right off the frame.
Mustafa, you don't. Mustafa, you're my friend, but
raised a piece of
respectfully,
shit.
Adam will beat the crap out of you.
The villain. Look at
What?
Dan got that
What?
out of his mouth somehow. The villain has become a member again. Villain, thank you for being a member, my friend. Thank you, bro. And Mickey K9, the top donation at $25. Thank you to Mickey K9. Hey. Luke Rojas is attacking people in the chat for what they look like. That's awesome. My Sacrifice.
No, I'm
pretty good
not.
song. No, I know.
Come on.
No,
I am not doing
I'm
that.
sorry, dude. You should read the people on Twitter attacking the J.K. Rowling stuff. It's so funny, dude. They're like the Star Trek people that are like, in the future we're all gonna understand each other and love each other. They're like the Star Trek people, but then their tweets are like, she's a transphobe. If only we could kill all these transphobes. But yet they like Harry Potter, but they want to kill the Harry Potter creator.
Yeah.
It's like,
know.
what the
I'm-
fuck?
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm
And then you
confused
look
by
at-
that.
You
I
look
didn't
into
realize
it.
it was a thing until recently.
You look into what they're mad at her for, and I think what they're more mad at her for is instead of what she said, apparently she liked tweets from anti-transgender or LGBTQ, places or whatever, like accounts. But the amount of times that she has basically went to bat for the LBG, I don't even give a fuck anymore what it's called, the fucking gay people.
LGBTQAI+.
Yeah,
it's making people hate them.
The amount of times that she's went to bat for them, and pointlessly adding that fucking Dumbledore was gay just because the actor was gay, and like, no, this was my whole intention the entire time. For her now to just be like, oh yeah, she hates the LGBTQ community, she hates this, she's a transphobe, all just because she said that, yeah, I don't think that pretend women should be in women's fucking prisons or should be allowed to compete in the same sports as biological women. Like, why is this a crazy concept for fucking retards?
It's not.
I mean,
it's crazy. I don't know. I don't even like. I don't have a problem with people that become trans and all that stuff. I think it's fine. I just think like she said with women in sports, it's kind of messed up in sports. Like, everybody agrees with that pretty much, except for, but dude, they're psycho. Like, you can't say that now. Like, your game should be canceled and everything should be canceled. What? Because you think something that's not even that, bro. People are.
And another reason why we couldn't get the Briscoes both in WWE and AEW.
Yeah, and even if you disagreed, it's like, so what? Like, you want to kill people that don't agree with you?
The game will probably suck anyway.
I'm telling you, the game looks good.
See how it's like.
The game looks good. Leah's gonna buy it. It looks good.
I've only seen a little bit of the gameplay trailers, just like them flying around the field. But if it's kind of like Elden or Elden Ring, where it's like more of a adventure and stuff, like choose your own adventure, and you get to, I think in this game it's giving you the option of practicing dark magic and light magic. That's gonna be a cool idea. And with the amount of shitty Harry Potter games that are out, where you have to throw goblins over a fucking porch for 35 minutes, which is just awful. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited, but I'm expecting it to be terrible. Because, I mean, how many times? Like, I remember putting in this the Order of the Phoenix video game. It was so fucking bad. Like, one of the most frustrating games to ever play is a Harry Potter game.
I'm curious on how much of the game, like as far as the giant castle Hogwarts, you're actually going to be able to explore.
Well, I know
I think you'll be able to explore everything.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot.
Like me personally, if I'm getting a Harry Potter game, I want to be able to go down into the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, you want to go down
to
to
Hermione's?
and
I bet you do, you weirdo.
Go to Hermione's
I know everybody wants to make a joke. I think that would be. I think that would be really cool.
Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Who the fuck cares what she liked? How can you take something away from somebody that they created all over a fairy tale, which is what she's known for writing LMFAO?
Because these people just want to take things from people and be bullies. That's all it's about. It's about bullying somebody to take something from people. It's about power. They want to bully J.K. Rowling to take her shit from her.
Controlling the narrative.
It's so sick and weird, bro. It's very bizarre. It's actually sick. It's a weird thing that they're doing. She didn't really say anything wrong at all. And in fact, even if she did say something wrong, so what? And she didn't, but so what if she did? Like, it's not even that bad. It's not like she said cook, like, you know what I mean? Like, cook a race or like a race should be exterminated or something. That would be like, what? And
dude, did you see the recent retweet? Did you see the recent retweet that David Gilmour just did on, somebody made a comment about Roger Waters saying, oh, he's anti-Semitism, where basically Roger came out various times and says, I'm not anti-Semitic, I just don't agree with the government.
Right.
And then David Gilmour, with that comment that he reposted, he just says, I have to agree. And I'm going, wow, bro. Like, and again, I'm picking either side of the argument at all, because at the end of the day, I still love Floyd and even their individual projects. But man, that just did not look good for David Gilmour.
Well, why? Because, well, see, I don't get that one either. Like, Roger Waters is
Like basically Roger, who is played in Israel but hasn't played since his last appearance. Basically, he's saying we're gonna have to love our brothers that are of other faiths and different blah blah blah. Which there's actually a place in Israel that is the only place that I'm aware of that allows all faiths and different cultures to live in one another in that specific area of Israel. And basically, Roger's mission was to basically tackle the politics of why, why are certain people from Israel coming into Palestine and doing this to them, and then also while Palestine in various other ways that he doesn't know about is also tipping the scale with Israel. So there's this inner conflict on both sides of the equation where the reason why we can't have any peace is because everybody just constantly fights for really no reason other than just power of and control of.
But you're saying Roger Waters isn't in agree? I don't get it. What is Roger Waters?
So wait a second. So what you're saying is, Roman is gonna face Cody at WrestleMania.
Pretty much. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't get what Roger did wrong either. I don't get it.
No, Roger didn't do anything wrong. Someone just made a comment. Yeah. Roger didn't make a comment, but somebody else did. And then basically David's just like, yeah, I agree. Because David has basically said that he's not spoken to Roger for a while and he's not wanted anything to do with Roger, mainly because I guess Roger's because he's so outspoken. That's why.
Well,
I don't believe Dave Rose would say something like that.
I want a sex tape to come out of Roger Waters and David Gilmour. I would pay.
There's something going on up in space.
Oh my God! It's the alien. Is it Allison? Who is it?
There's something weird kinda happening.
It's the ghost from the coast.
Things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is
Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot.
Dude, ghosts and aliens get along.
Not me. You're not you.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
Downloading the game now. I bought the deluxe for early access.
Oh,
the game is massive.
Ooh, early access.
How expensive is it? I mean, it's probably going to be a $60 game, but how expensive is the deluxe version?
Probably like 100, maybe.
It's like, I think it's not that much. I think it's like 70 or 80, maybe. Maybe it is 100. Maybe it is not. I would have thought 99, like you said, 99.99. But the Ghost, thank you, man, for the $49.99 on a Monday night.
The only thing I'm willing to spend like $99 on or more or whatever is the next GTA or the next Red Dead.
Dude, when those leaks came out, I was laughing my ass off because I'm thinking about
that was crazy.
Rockstar is pissed. And remember, these are the same guys that wouldn't pay the voice actors that did the previous top 3 GTAs that came out, which was GTA 3. Oh no, I'm sorry, not GTA 3. Vice City, San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto 5, I think it was. 4, yeah.
No, for 4, yeah. So the guy who voices Nico only got paid $100,000 for that whole game, and he's probably one of the most popular protagonists in the whole fucking franchise.
Yeah, people consider GTA 4 like the best one out of all of them as far as storyline wise.
It's my favorite. I also just love the East Coast vibe.
I'm more of a San Andreas guy. Yeah, I'm more of a San Andreas guy mainly because you were able to do more so than Vice City ever offered you.
Fucking hated that you had to fucking work out though in San Andreas. That was stupid.
See, the thing is, for somebody who grew up more with the 3D games, someone who grew up more with the HD games, going back to play San Andreas was really impossible for me. Like I could not get into it.
Oh, dude, I just spawned the Hydra all the time and just blew stuff up. So.
Well, no, it was more like me trying to play the story missions, and then like each mission is like so repetitive. And I think that is a problem with all the Rockstar games. Is after a while the story gets repetitive, but in games like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's like the story is so amazing that you just want to get to the next scene or whatever. And
you want to get to the next really game. Cool. That's what it was. That's how good it was. I mean, again, my favorite mission, it wasn't even because it was a mission. It was just my favorite scene was, I'll have 2 number 9s. a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
You like, it's those
I love
character
Big
moments
Smoke.
that I think Rockstar does so well, and you know, it really destroyed my soul when Joe and Leah played the game and were like, "This fucking game is boring."
Which
And
wait,
gave
which
up on
game?
it.
Which game?
I'll admit though.
Which game?
I'll
Which
admit
game?
though
Which
is
game?
that
Which game?
they
Wait, which
stayed a
game?
whi-
Whoa, what are you talking about? Which game did I think was boring?
Red Dead 2. You guys played
Oh,
it like
okay.
the night it came out.
You're right.
And
Yep,
and
okay.
to be quite honest, well, though, that first opening of the game is very slow. But
Yeah.
once you get off the mountain, you have the whole game to yourself. You have the whole story that you can play, or you can just go around in this giant section of the map. You basically get half the map open as soon as you get off the fucking mountains. The rest of the map you're just not allowed to go to for story purposes. But it does open up later. I think if you guys gave it a second chance, you'd like it.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about? Elden Ring?
I really didn't give it enough of a chance. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hit a point where I was like, man, fuck this. I just bailed. I couldn't do it anymore. It was weird.
Well, Joe, you old enough to remember Sisters of Mercy?
Yeah.
They're going on tour May 31st in Boston.
Okay. You buy me a ticket, I'll go. Maybe.
Okay.
But
Joe,
no.
does Leah like Elden Ring?
Yeah.
All right, I would figure that she did.
Yeah, she's
sounds
really-
like a game she would get into.
She's really excited about the Harry Potter. I'm surprised if she's not playing it right now. I'm surprised she's not. If she's not. Because she got the early access, I think.
I'm fucking excited for it. I'm still hesitant because I think it might be shit, but I mean, I hope I'm
I
wrong.
think honestly, like, because there's more depth as far as like, because again, PS5 is amazing in terms of like a game console.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've learned their lessons over the years, where a lot of the Harry Potter games have just been crap. But I think because what they've seen with Kingdom Hearts, what they've seen with Final Fantasy, I mean, not like in terms of the story with Final Fantasy, but just in terms of the way it flows with graphics and different characters that you can use, I think it could definitely be.
Is it only on next gen? Is it only on the next gen consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
Then I can't play it. I have an Xbox One S, so.
You might get away with that.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
guys,
like-
I got to wrap it up. I hate to do it. It sounds like we cut the show short all the time now because I got to get up so early, but I got to get up early. And I won't.
The truth is,
Damn, I was just gonna tell you real quick though about fucking. Did you hear that Arnold
Gargants.
Schwarzenegger fucking hit a cyclist
In his car? Isn't this? Didn't he get? Wait,
Arnold Schwarzenegger hit a cyclist with some chick, and he was like apparently saying, "And it's Sarah Connor."
Did he really hit her?
Yeah, he hit her.
Didn't he
fucking bitch was in my way.
Wait, didn't he crash into somebody?
Let me make breakfast on me hood of my car.
What the fuck was
like
that?
Irish. Let me make breakfast in the hood of my car.
What the hell was that, Mustafa? Was that
That was my
supposed-
blackest version of the whitest version of a Scottish accent that I was just like, screw it, I don't.
Of
But that's
Arnold
not-
Schwarzenegger.
What the hell does that have to do with Arnold? That was the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
Do it now. Just do it now. Get to the chopper.
There you go.
Fucking
What the fuck was that? Didn't he get
Do you
in an
never-
accident 3 years ago? Didn't he crash his big
What the
car?
fuck?
Joe, didn't you like
Yeah,
that
he did,
quote?
right? It's
Yeah.
fucking
Didn't you like that
bummer.
quote? Didn't you like that quote from Terminator where Arnold Schwarzenegger goes, "I'll be back, me laddies."
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't care about the Scottish accent.
It's
I'm
not as-
going-
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Get-
wait a minute.
get to the
wait a minute.
chopper, my
Mustafa, wait a
friend.
second. Mustafa, what accent?
Get to the haggis.
Hold on, I gotta get to
Get
this.
to the haggis.
What accent does Arnold have, Mustafa?
Dude, he's from Austria, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. He has an Austrian accent. I wasn't attempting to do it. I was just like, screw it. I don't care. Whatever comes out, comes out. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
care.
okay, I get you. I've done that too.
So you go.
I
to
wasn't
Shrek?
doing it to try to sound like Arnold. I didn't care.
No, I know, I get it. Yeah, I do that too sometimes. The other day I went to do something and it was like the wrong, and I was like, I can't even figure it out. Fuck it.
Who
Same
cares?
thing. I get it.
Disturbed into it too.
Oh, Disturbed.
Yeah,
You know,
in Mansfield.
Disturbed is like at the Comcast Center or whatever, formerly Greatwood.
I fucking love Disturbed.
I love.
Maxim?
like
Yeah,
Mansfield,
right, Joe?
Mass.
But Disturbed
You were just
reminds me of AC/DC, where like after a while, all the songs just sound like the
Sound
same hit
like it.
song. Yeah, it's like the same thing. But I like the first.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Not that one because
Yeah,
that's not
everybody
there.
likes
Not
that
that shit.
song so much. Everybody
I
talks
know,
about
I know.
that particular song.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
What? It's I don't, what are you talking about? I think
I
that's
don't think it's
Honestly,
bad.
Paul Simon and
I just
Motley.
don't. I don't think that's their best quality
no
of work.
that
Like I
that
just
cover is
Stu-
fucking awesome in my
No,
opinion. But
no. The
it's
cover
not.
is good. It just in terms of popularity, in terms of like it just went.
But
so
that's
far
just not
gone
what you.
mainstream.
That's not them though. That's the cover. So it's like that's. You know what I mean? Like that's like a huge song that they did that was really done really well. But that's not
Just showing off
their.
his voice.
That's not really their shit.
I just didn't like
you
how
know?
popularized it just became. I just liked it just because I love the
Yeah.
song A, and B, it just went on and on. I was just like, okay, I'm done with it now.
because that's the
Jesus.
thing. Like if you look up reaction videos to Disturbed, because I'm one of these weirdos who actually loves those videos. Those it's constantly like Disturbed, Sound of Silence, fucking cover, and it's like, what about their actual bigger songs that people know? Like
Yeah.
Stupefy. You brought up Stupefy? I fucking love that song. Down with the
Isn't that-
Sickness is great. Fear is great.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That like, why
game-
did that cover just go so viral? And I thought it was really good. I really loved it. But you're right. I was surprised too. Like, why did this go so viral? And I almost think that it's a lot of people that didn't really listen to Disturbed that much anymore. Saw that and they were like, "What the fuck? They're covering like Simon and Garfunkel? Like, what the fuck?" And so that's why. But I think it's really good. It's just weirdly overblown, like on the I don't know.
And it wasn't their song to begin with. That version of that song, I think he explains he got it from somebody in New Orleans. He says, "Hey, can we cover it like that?" And the guy said, "Sure."
It's Simon and Garfunkel, Mustafa.
Yeah,
I just said
no.
that.
That's not what I'm saying. They saw a version of the version that they ended up recording
Oh.
from a guy who was singing in New Orleans and says, "Hey, can we play it like that on our next record? I actually like that." And the guy who does it like that, who originally did it, said, "Yeah, sure, go do it like that."
Oh, okay, all right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
fine.
that makes
there's
sense.
Anyway,
nothing
they're in
more.
Mansfield on August 18th.
I don't think there's anything more badass than Disturbed played over like Dragon Ball Z movies or some shit. Like,
Oh,
that
I
was-
fucking hated that shit.
I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it.
Oh
It
my
fits
God.
so well with those.
Turn up
with
porn.
those
Come
movies.
on, Gargach, you're not a fan of the AMVs?
No, I mean
he's
those
talking
were
about the
actually
official
in the
ones.
Dude, I love that shit when they fucking opened up Cooler's Revenge with some drowning pool and then like fucking what was it, Finger 11 or whatever the fuck that band was called. Had a lot of good tracks. Had a lot of
It
good
sounds
tracks.
like the Punisher soundtrack almost with all
No, it
these
sounds like
bands.
it sounds like the fucking Scream.
No, it
3
works so
soundtrack.
Finger 11
it
and
works
Judy.
so well. It works so well, like especially in the fight scenes. It's just like I don't know, something about 90s anime just translates really well with fucking metal music.
Metal.
On that note, Joe's got to count cheap.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's already sleeping.
He's fucking gonna jam right now.
I don't know. I was getting into the idea of Disturbed, you know. But
Don't be
yeah,
Disturbed.
I already blew my.
SmackDown and all that shit.
We'll do Godsmack, Seven Dust, Disturbed. We'll do it all. We'll do it all.
Finger 11.
Guys, you got. Ooh, that's a throwback to Finger 11.
Yeah,
Mushroom Head.
that was in Cooler. Yeah, that was in Cooler's Revenge. And Broly.
Listen, guys, I'm cutting it. I love you all. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for hanging out. Garguts, Luke Rojas, Rastafa, Dan Kennedy, the Dan Kennedy Show, Mr. Big Boulevard. I'll see you guys Wednesday night for the AEW Dynamite review, and maybe at some point tomorrow, but definitely Wednesday.
Hey, Joe, I want you resting up for Saturday because I don't want no fucking excuses from you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big monetize this 400, and I have 3 black lines on my toenails, so I could be dying of something.
Look up to the stars.
Are you doing a reverse Michael Jackson?
Look up to the stars, Commander Data.
Wait, what did you say? Wait, Joe, what did you say? Reach for the stars.
Reach for
Dun,
the
dun, dun,
stars. Apparently,
Play that.
apparently they're gonna get to see Picard, so they may be talking about it soon.
Play that last track that you play at the in that video or whatever.
For the stars. Reach for the stars.
And it was right on the perfect moment too. It sounds so much like it would happen in TNG.
Yeah.
All right, love you, Joe.
All right, good night. I love you too. Kisses. I love you so much. All right, I'll play the clip. I think I found it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. for Luke Rojas.
Reach for the stars.
I love that there's a picture of him, and then in the background is his mother hanging. That's the best part. Like, dude, can you imagine someone was like, you know what I want to do? I want to make an entire series around Picard's family burning in a fire. Remember in Generations when Picard finds out his family died in a fire? I want to make a whole show about that. Because in that movie, that scene where he finds out his family died in a fire, the fans were angry and sad. And they were like, Jesus, that's a little too far for Star Trek. Well, guess what? We're going to do a whole fucking season about it.
More. Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars, boy.
All right, boys. Good night. Reach for the stars. And the Bullfrog song is going to have to, it can't be a donation because I blew my voice out the other night, or I would have had the new donation ready for you guys, but as I was working on it, I just couldn't hit those high notes. I was hitting all the notes as best, I mean, I was hitting them as best I could, but once I blew my voice, I couldn't even come close. The bullfrog. The bullfrog won't survive. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Running deep in my sea of loathing, broken your servant I will. Seems like my cock is inside of bullfrog's asshole, eating out his asshole. Looking at my own.
Sorry. But that's we're working on a new donation. It's coming. It's coming along pretty well. And I do want to say I am hyped for another season of the sad Picard where Star Trek dies in my dreams. So I can't wait to watch another abomination of what they've done to Star Trek. Really looking forward to that. You can tell how much I like Star Trek because I dress up in Star Trek uniforms. Now, notice the Starfleet symbol is upside down, almost satanic-like. That is to just show you how satanic Star Trek has become, that now the comm badge, goes upside down. You understand this? Look at that. This is some kind of satanic thing. Having the comm badge upside down. You see that? Look at that. And on a side note, I went full Riker here. Except if I was Riker, they'd have to, put a beard on me. You know what I mean? They'd have to, put the beard on me. You know? Joe way off key. I remember his amazing cover of Pantera, Cowboys from Hell 5 years ago. Yeah, it was pretty good. My voice is fucked up though. I literally blew my voice out last night. I couldn't even do that bullfrog thing. I think that instrumental's off too, by the way. I'm not saying it wasn't me. I blew my voice out yesterday. But that instrumental don't sound right. I just got to tell you. Hit that like button, and thank you, because the Ghost from the Coast was the top donation of the stream. $49.99, baby. Come on! Give it to me, baby. Give it to me hard, baby. I love it. I love you. I'd go out with you in a heartbeat. Now, I couldn't do the bullfrog thing now because my voice is fucked. My voice is jacked up, bro. See, I can get it back tomorrow. I think by tomorrow I'll be able to do the bullfrog donation. Bullfrog won't survive. You know, you give him chocolate and he gets fat and then his heart will die. Give him more food so bullfrog won't survive. You know, we'll figure it out. It's a song and it's about bullfrog being fat and heart disease, which I actually might die of too. But tomorrow or the next day, I think my voice will return, and we'll get that song out there in some kind of 20-second, 30-second dono. You know, give him chocolate so he gets large. The cops might, you know, the cops will show up. He'll attack them, and they'll end up shooting him dead. That sort of thing. You know what I mean? We'll come up with the lyrics. It's coming. But I know it's going to be New Divide. I know that. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. And I think the chorus should be bullfrog won't survive. I think that's the chorus. Whoa! So we should do Crash Test Dummies. Do fucking.
Once there was this fat guy who would eat everything that they served into the school, but when finally had a heart attack. The doctor said he ate way too much. He started eating food and pizza and then chocolate too much. Then he saw a girl who was his niece, and then he put his penis in her ass, and she cried for the police. And then he would come all over her body.
I'm sorry, Bullrock. If you're listening, brother, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, that's so fucked up. That's messed up. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I like the Crash Test Dummies are fun to listen to like one or two songs, and then after that you're like, okay, you know, I don't think that.
Y'all know about it? Y'all know about that BLUMPKIN cunt pussy?
Oh, what the hell, Ellison Tuckwam?
That BLUMPKIN.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Cunt, that fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Pumpkin, cunt, pussy, juice. Once it's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. BLUMPKIN, fucking cunt, pussy, juice. That cunt is on the loose. That pussy juice. I want that BLUMPKIN cunts, pussy juice. Nom 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 nom. BLUMPKIN cunts, pussy juice. All I want in my mouth, I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat so wet. BLUMPKIN cunts, pussy juice. BLUMPKIN cunt, it's all I want from you. I smell it from here, I smell it from there. I eat through your underwear. I nibble it up, I gobble it all. I make your pussy and your panties fall. I want to withdraw your fucking cunt. Your beaver meats is on my front. I fucking lick it up my tongue. BLUMPKIN, oh cunt, pussy juice.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
That's all I fucking want from you. Your BLUMPKIN, your guns, your
make it so hard.
Oh, your pussy's the size of a goddamn moose. I want it so bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear. I will munch every part of you. 'Cause I want that cunt and BLUMPKIN juice. Pussy.
Ellison Tuckwam. $100.
BLUMPKIN cunt pussy juice. BLUMPKIN cunt pussy. BLUMPKIN cunt pussy juice.
Allison with a big one. At the end of the night, Allison comes through.
Did you hear about the Aaron Rodgers thing? If they're his friends, when I said that I was things, but then rumors go around and don't know they're friends.
Aaron Rodgers. What is there a rumor about Aaron Rodgers? Let me look this up. Aaron Rodgers. I don't. Josh Jacobs. If Aaron Rodgers comes here, that would change a lot of things. Devontae Adams persuades Aaron Rodgers to sign with the Raiders. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers is being lured away by his friends. People that like Aaron Rodgers, they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers to get out of Green Bay and join them. Raiders running back Josh Jacobs recruits Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, man, all these guys are going after Aaron Rodgers from the Raiders, it looks like. Allison Tuckwab, thank you for the $99.99. Could Aaron Rodgers become a Raider? That's basically what we're getting into. I don't know, man. That could happen. Allison, I love you. You love the singing? Well, we're not done yet, Allison, because we're partying now! We're partying because of Allison Tuckwab!
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance, in spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you, one true time I hold to, in my life will always go on. Far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on.
I can't even do it because oh my God, I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I was picturing I was picturing Bill Paxton pushing the old lady off the boat. Oh my God, bro. I was picturing Bill Paxton pushing her off the boat. my God. And like her fucking... I don't know why I was laughing at that, but I was thinking about it. Oh my God. Good night. Keep it hard, everybody. Now I've really blown my voice out. Now I've really blown my voice out.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the air. But it's made of all the shit that Bullfrog takes.
I can't stop thinking about it, dude. Remember when she drops it in the water too? She like comes. It's the weirdest thing. She's like, and she throws it in the water. It's like, bro, I think she had an orgasm. I think she was like thinking about Jack and like jerking off, like and whatever. And then she's like, and then she throws it in the water. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. She chucks it in the water, dude. I love you, Tuckwab. I agree with him. I'll do anything for you. And I would do anything for you. I'll do it, man. I would do anything for you guys tonight at this point, mostly because Allison Tuckwab donated $100. And the Ghost from the Coast and everybody before that. But I'd say it's mostly her. You know? Allison, you're in my dreams. Allison, you're in my creams. That was a little Elvis-y, I will say that. It's all good, though. A little Elvis-y. It's okay, you liked it. Shout out to everybody that donated tonight, like the Ghost from the Coast, the Villain, Drew Barr, AJ Adams, Kyrie, Kevin Patrick, Rotten Hell, Pacharo, Sasha's Mouthblood, Mickey K9, Hot Topics. I think Linda McMahon's pussy might have donated tonight, too. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that Linda McMahon's pussy may have donated. I wish I could think of some more funny things to say about Bullfrog. You know? I don't think I can, though. Disturbed was great. Yeah, we did Disturbed. Remember Stained? Stained was good, too, in their first, CD. Then when they started doing that next one where they were like, I'm on the outside, then they got, overplayed. And then they got really commercialized, and then they went to shit. And now that dude's like a fucking country singer or some shit. But for a while, they were good. I loved the first Stained CD. That was good. Remember that? Yeah, that one. Look at that.
Day. I can't explain the way today just fell apart like always do. Right in my face, and I try so hard to be everything your mom was. And Bullfrog's mom won't suck me off from everything. I'm afraid to be alone. Afraid to leave me when I'm gone. Now I'm afraid of Bullfrog's mom. Another sleepless night again. Hotel rooms, my only friend, and friends like that just don't add up to anything. And my niece goes down on me, and I swallow all of her. Then I suck it off at night. I heard you say, I'm afraid to be alone.
It's hard to make a song, make it funny about Bullfrog. I'm afraid of Bullfrog's mom. She looks like a person that's not done. Like, or I don't know. It's like a growing. I don't know. I'm afraid of Bullfrog's mom. I'm afraid she might eat someone. I did like that CD though, and that song. Cole's good. I remember that. Andrew Bentrin got his back. What's up, brother? We got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I'm way past my bedtime. This is fucked. I'm fucked tomorrow. I'm fucked tomorrow, bro. I'm fucked. Like, I'm really fucked, bro. This is crazy. It's late.
Beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control and fear is never ending. Controlling, I can't seem to find myself again. My cock is closing in. My bullfrog's my only friend. Good night, everybody. Tomorrow we'll think of a Bullfrog song for everybody. All right? We'll think of a Bullfrog song for everybody tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Make it that hot summer, shitting on you is a bummer.
It's Allison Tuckwab, the ghost from the coast. Monetize this 400 this Saturday night, February 11th, Saturday night. Come on! Suck me up! motherfucker!
Elite for me, out of nowhere. Stop, throw down. Let's get out of nowhere. JCS for me, exclusive. JCS, no. You don't wanna with us, homie. Trust me, you don't really wanna, homie. JCS, out of nowhere, monetize this and throw down, bitch. JCS, it's the JCS show. Shout out to my JCS psycho. JCS, shout out to OK Fabe, Leah, and my man Jake the Marco. JCS, pussy, no pussies allowed. We scream it and we say it proud. JCS, to my man Joe Cronin, keep it rockin', keep it rollin'. And to every hater that ever ran his mouth, you can take our middle finger, take it and jam it down south. This whole fucking community, they know what we about. So when we talkin', homie, take a seat and please just shut your mouth. JCS, homie, done told you. We the best. And for every piece of shit that tried to test, got laid the rest. What you thought? The man Joe Cronin go hard. Trust me, homie, we ain't worried about none of you retards. All these fat fucks wanna talk, they'll get cut. I ain't playing with your homies, fuck you faggots, and your wives are all sluts. I don't give a fuck, my nigga, come and test this. Me and the almighty Joe will eat you up for breakfast. JCS, no. You don't wanna with us, homie, trust me, you don't really wanna, homie. JCS, out of nowhere, monetize this and throw down, bitch. JCS, it's the JCS show. Shout out to my JCS psycho. JCS, shout out to OK Fabe, Leah, and my man Jake the Marto. JCS, no pussies allowed. We scream it and we say it proud. JCS, to my man Joe Cronin, keep it rockin', keep it rollin'. And to every hater that ever ran his mouth, you can take our middle finger, take it and jam it down south. This whole fucking community, they know what we about. So when we talkin', homie, take a seat and please shut your mouth. Joe Cronin, whipping the whip is episode and hanging out the window screaming, fuck that bitch, Kenny ballin'. And to any bitch wanna put dirt all on our name, listen, suck a fat dick and I hope we choke all on it to my man. Anybody want it, they can get it. Just know that me and Joe will stick you up, say cheese. Kodak, ride around strapped like some lunatics. Roll that, and we don't give a fuck about your ass. You can quote that. JCS, no. We the best, motherfucker. Who the fuck you tryna test, huh?